Hey everybody, it's Haley, and today we are going to make some breadstick bones for Halloween. This is from Rosanna Pansino's cookbook, Baking All Year Round, and I'm so excited to try this recipe. I'm sure they're gonna be delicious, so let's get started. First here, I'm gonna use my stand mixer. First, I have a quarter cup of water and a quarter cup of milk. And you want these to be warm, kind of like your body temperature, but between 100 and 110 degrees. So just warm to the touch, not hot. Because if your liquid is hot, it could kill your yeast. And so we're gonna add the yeast. We have 1 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast and 2 tablespoons of sugar. And we're just gonna mix that all together and let it sit for about 10 minutes until it starts to get foamy. So while you're waiting on that, you can mix together your flour. So I've got 1 1/4 cups of bread flour and 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And I'm gonna add in 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder and 2 teaspoons of salt. And we're just gonna stir that together. To the bowl with your yeast, you're gonna add 1 egg, 4 tablespoons of melted butter, and 1/4 cup of mashed potatoes. And I don't really know why this is in the recipe. I don't recall ever making bread with mashed potatoes, but it's in it. Okay, we're gonna stir that in, I guess, by hand. Looks kind of weird and chunky. Then we're gonna add 1/2 cup of the flour mixture to your mixing bowl to create a paste. Then I'm adding the rest of the flour mixture 1/4 cup at a time. All right, my dough is done. I had to add a little extra flour because it was pretty sticky. So you might need to add more flour too. And then we're gonna pour this out onto a brick surface and just knead it a little bit. Oh, this is a nice dough, very soft. I'm just kneading it a little bit to kind of form it into a ball. So to knead the dough, you kind of grab it, pull it up and back towards you, and you push down on it with the palm of your hand. Then I've got a bowl here, and I'm gonna oil it with some olive oil. Ooh. So that the dough does not stick. And then we're gonna place our dough ball inside of it, and then turn it upside down. That way it's oiled on both sides. And we're gonna cover this with plastic wrap to let it rise for 1 to 2 hours or until it's doubled in size. Okay, so I'm back with my dough. It's doubled in size. Woo, this is slippery. Why is this slippery? And I'm gonna dump it out of the bowl. And you're gonna wanna divide this into 18 equal sections. And you can just do this by like cutting it into 18 sections, but I'm gonna weigh mine. And while you're dividing it, shape those dough pieces into balls. So these are covered with plastic wrap to keep them from forming a skin. And then, I'm gonna take 1 ball and we're gonna roll it and just roll it in the middle. This is onto a baking sheet. Take your scissors, snip one end, make sure they're clean, snip the other end. And I'm gonna do the rest of them. All right, I'm finished. I'm gonna let these proof on the counter for 15 minutes while they're covered with plastic wrap, and then we're gonna take the plastic wrap off and bake them in your oven, preheated to 350 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes or until they're golden brown. Okay, the breadstick bones are done, and now I have 4 tablespoons of melted butter. I'm gonna add in a spoon of garlic, or you can do a teaspoon of garlic powder. We're putting lots of garlic in this to scare away the vampires. And then I'm also adding some Parmesan cheese into the butter. Or you can use Asiago cheese. That's what she uses in the recipe. I don't have that though. And I'm gonna brush this over the breadsticks, and oh my gosh, they're gonna be so good. And you can also sprinkle some extra cheese on them if you want, but I'm just gonna try one. Very good and garlicky. Tastes like pizza. These are delicious, although they're more like the size of a garlic knot, not the size of a breadstick, but I can see why she calls them breadsticks because they're shaped like breadsticks. Anyway, these are delicious. I definitely think you should try them out if you really want like garlic knots or garlic bread, but you also want them to be Halloween themed. Maybe you're having a party, or maybe you just want to make these for fun. Anyway, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and click the subscribe button below. Thank you so much for baking with me today, and I will see you next time. Bye!